start. So we've still got plenty of stuff still to show. Hope you will stay with us and don't run away.
Or if you do run away, come back quickly because the action's not.
If you do run away, go get you something to drink, grab a snack or whatever, come on back. But the bottom line is we're going to be here because we've still got King of the Sea to play. We've got to find out who the third place team is, so we know who is going to be representing NA at every level next weekend in the big international cross server event.
That's right. Now, I'm seeing a lot of clocking here. It's at 35 seconds.
Yeah, I'm noticing this too.
Matchmaking.
This is
no, I'm pretty sure this is going to amount to a training room failure.
Yep.
I have been told 07 has defeated Star 3-1. It is confirmed 07 going for third place finish.
Yep. Moving on to the final series there. All right, let's see what happens.
Try to select another battle type. All right, that's it. We're doing King of the Sea in ranked, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
It's all just dropping together.
Just synced up.
That's right.
Ranked.
Whichever team scores the most kills.
All right, the training room chat went away, so that's a good sign. Here we go. All right, we're finally dropping into this game.
Ooh.
And I got the spawn. Excellent. Always nice when that happens, even when it's accidental. All right, Zath, let's talk about QQ7. Starting from the north in the green, spawning Montana Kremlin for their battleships, fronted by Salem, Des Moines, and Minotaur. We saw Polarberg play Minotaur a little bit yesterday. Looked really good doing it. I'm excited to see more. Venezia, as well as only 2 destroyers, Shimakaze and Marceau.
Yes, I need to correct you on that Minotaur call. It's actually a Manotaur.
It is a Manotaur. You're correct. That is correct. We know Polarberg is playing Manotaur.
Absolutely. And for those of you guys who are viewers who maybe haven't followed us that much, Manotaur means radar Minotaur. Over on the Ggwp side of things, we are looking at Yamato and Kremlin. We've got Triple Des Moines, Venezia, Gearing, Daring, and Marceau.
Have a look at how things are shaping up here. I'll be curious to see, again, we're looking at QQ7 playing a little bit of a destroyer deficit. They seem content to just kind of let B do its thing for a bit. Looks like they're going to ship one of the Des Moines down there. I'm betting that's Vermi. It is. Captain Vermicelli going to move down and cover B with his radar for a little while.
Well, we talked about this before, I think yesterday. This particular map suits itself very well to Des Moines and not so well to a lot of destroyer play. So dropping a destroyer in favor of another Des Moines or a cruiser in general might not necessarily be a bad thing here.
No, I agree. And North is one of those maps that tends to play fairly statically for a while, right? You set up cruisers, you set up radar, you cover the caps. I mean, we're looking at, Sage and Vermicelli basically mirroring each other, covering this cap circle. What's going to be difficult is that, Vermi's going to be able to eventually, slowly, push Amatsukaze's Daring off the cap, but then his radar will be on cooldown, and Amatsukaze will eventually be able to pick it up.
Sage going to a mirrored position. Love it.
Indeed. Kuroshio Kai's Marceau right into C. We've seen this play work. We've also seen this play get punished before, but for the moment, they have no way to spot him, so it looks like things will be fine. Now, what's interesting is that somebody's getting some shells downrange.
Oh no, those are guess shots. Good guess shots.
Now Triarch is going to appear in a place that Kuroshio did not expect.
Oh, I like it.
We have seen teams do this before, right? Because we watched somebody last King of the Sea get punished for this kind of a play. They ran a Kleber in here, and on the way out, the Kleber just got absolutely hammered. Now, he lived, but he was effectively out of the game.
Yeah.
And you're seeing Kuroshio Kai get wrecked here.
Yeah, someone's going to die here. Plain and simple. I mean, Triarch is
and by the way, it's not going to be Triarch.
No. Ta-da!
Just like that, QQ7 ready for the Marceau dive into C. Kuroshio Kai punished. QQ7 up a ship.
Yeah, but Triarch is burning on a sticky fire.
Double
sticky fires.
Double fire.
Ooh, he's going out.
He's out.
Look at that. Is it a trade? It is a trade. Well, now the plot thickens. How interesting. That certainly didn't go the way. Certainly go the way that QQ7 wanted.
Nope. I'm currently spamming my chat with a death pick emoji to tell them, watch for something crazy.
Oh! Oh!
Wow.
Speaking of more crazy, holy cow. A huge
Catastrophic.
kill. That is a huge kill over here for QQ7.
Polsky just breaking the keel of Yoshi's gearing.
Breaking Yoshi in half, quite literally. Polarberg's looking around going, fellas, you brought me to kill destroyers. What am I here for?
By the way, Polsky is running the 20-kilometer torpedoes, if you haven't noticed.
Understandable. Understandable.
Wow. Well, that death snail just lost its head, so...
Indeed. 4 minutes in, we've already got 3 dead ships. Is this King of the Sea? Question mark. Yeah. Death Snail's going to farm what damage they can off of Christopher's Montana while they can. We saw I'm sorry, was that a Matsukaze? Yeah, we saw Matsukaze pick up B as expected.
Mm-hmm.
Fermi not in a position to do much about it. Even if he'd radared and pushed him off once, he couldn't do it again. And so now you see Fava, Peachy, and Chaos kind of setting up for this push down the 9-10 line, really. I kind of question the need for this. Why would you go to this level of strategery when you could probably just drive right into C and laugh about it?
You gotta win this flank.
They intend to shove that Kremlin into C
they
from the
certainly
9 line.
They certainly could. Drive it right into the little gap there, park him north of
Yep.
the island, and punch Sage's Des Moines in the face repeatedly until he's dead.
Yeah, see, these guys have to win the flank, though. If they all go into C from this side, then Dyer can just roll right up on them with the Venezia, and possibly with the Kremlin to support. So I like the idea of them going cautiously down together. You see how they're spread out here, covering each other's flank, and they're just going to sweep down. You're probably right, Fiva will probably go into Charlie, but the other two, I would imagine, are going to continue sweeping down.
Yeah,
Fiva,
my
I
guess
think,
is
is gonna
that
go
Des
into
Moines
the
and
gap.
Salem are going to hold south of Fiva there on the 9 line.
Let's look at things. I'm going to look at things for a minute from QQ7's perspective. Who got slapped?
Amatsukaze just got slapped hard by Polarberg.
Oh my God!
Polarberg's like, finally, you let me kill destroyers.
Finally, you're letting me shoot at destroyers. You left one for me. Good job, fellas.
And he is in a really good position to do it too.
Yeah,
he is.
Radar is off, so Matsukaze's going to limp away with half his hit points at least.
Fiva making the turn into C.
But look at Sage. Sage is moving out of position. Polsky's going to bag B. Vermi and Sage are going to have a little slap fight here down the channel because I think Sage has realized with the Kremlin coming in, his position is completely untenable.
Mm-hmm.
Good salvo going in on Sage.
Nope.
Not much out of it, surprisingly.
Here comes the follow-up. That was better.
Des Moines Armor says we don't care. And now Sage is going to go. Is he going to turn?
Bit of a mistake here. Now into Polsky.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to stop in front of Polsky's torps.
Oh,
now Sage has his hydro up. He knows these torpedoes are here, but he's pincered, right? If he turns, Vermi APs him in the bow. If he doesn't turn, he eats the torpedoes.
I think Sage is out here.
Oh,
no!
beautiful! Look at that!
Very
Holy!
well executed.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the legendary Des Moines if ever I saw one.
Very well executed.
Vermi still punishes him for at least one citadel there.
He is going to take a torp, I think?
No, he's not. No, he's not. Oh, my goodness. What a master class in Des Moines handling by Sage.
And at this point, Sage is saying, this island is mine.
This island is my friend. This island is totally my friend. I'm gonna camp. Now Vermi's gonna come up and just wipe him out because I don't think he can prevent that. But man, what a brilliant play.
Yep, but Verm though. See, Verm's got Venezia to deal with to the south.
Yeah, Vermi can't sit there forever.
All he needs to do is just hold Sage there. He doesn't actually have to move much.
He's certainly doing that.
Oh no, he's backing up towards Sage. Well, he's trying to taunt him, I think, to pull forward.
Sage is trying to back up to get his bow reoriented to get out of this channel, I think. Right. Maybe not. No, his hydro is still up. So he can see the Minotaur torps coming in.
The only problem here is Dyer's Venezia is broad to that Kremlin.
Yep.
Can't see him though.
Well,
No eyes.
Yep.
Fava does bag C. Both teams ticking up points now, but GGWP, despite being down a ship, a small lead and continuing to climb. Sage radaring.
Yep.
Going in on Polsky here. Polsky's hung out very close.
Brilliant.
This could be a mistake.
Yeah, he lingered for far too long.
Coin shells.
Brilliant play right there.
The Venezia salvo missing.
I don't know if you guys have kept an eye on 1-2-3 line, but it's pretty much collapsed to a full retreat here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see Christopher's at 15k and bleeding. Polsky is somehow managing to dodge. There it is.
Not everything.
Nope.
He can't dodge at all. He's going out.
He's about to be dead.
60-second Des Moines radar says, take your Shimakaze and get off my board.
Yeah.
Sage just
Look
putting
at
on a
Sage,
clinic
man.
point here. Just putting
Look
on
at
a
him go.
Now let's see if Christopher can end his run.
No. He's already moved forward.
Oh, he takes a chunk at least. Minotaur shell. Des Moines AP starting to fall on Polarberg now. Polar
Here
just
comes
needs more
Verm.
pins. Here comes Venezia. There it was. The Venezia
Very
shell.
well
sealed the
played,
deal.
though.
Mm-hmm.
What a great
Sage
run by
played it
Sage.
very good. Yeah.
Now, Vermi in this channel has the opportunity to move into B, but I think it's probably a little risky still. Getting punished by Venezia AP on the broadside. And you know that Archie's Yamato is turning his turrets right now.
Absolutely. Matsukaze opening up now.
Yep, Vermi
Shokaku.
radar, so Matsukaze's like, forget it, might as well.
Rhubarb's got a full salvo coming in on Vermicelli right now.
Missed.
Nothing. Literally
Wow,
nothing.
he missed.
Whiffed it all, baby.
And
Now-
oof.
One of the things, ooh, good hit on a Matsukaze. One of the things that I like about what they're doing with Peachy, they're rotating Peachy back.
Mm-hmm.
Peachy went through the C cap and has come back across the E line and is going to be on the north end of the B cap momentarily. If QQ can find a way into the B cap, I think they can hold it effectively. But they got to find a way in, and they aren't there yet. Oh, Vermi almost gets Yamato right there.
Yep.
He's finally dark. They have no eyes on Vermicelli anymore. GGWP on about a 120-point lead. 9 minutes to play.
Christopher's repaired back almost half his HP.
He needed that.
Yeah.
That'll allow him to become relevant again.
Warped Chaos is, just got a little clocked from Rhubarb Differences Kremlin. But I like the fact that they are moving away a bit.
Oh!
Yamato with a blind shot. I promise you, they could not see Vermicelli. Wow. What a shot by Arch.
Oh, good guess,
250-point lead. GGWP, despite that kind of some what looked like some early mistakes, here they are with a lead. Man, QQ really needs to break into B, Zath, but I'm not sure how they're going to do it.
It's going to be hard now.
I mean, Polarberg is the destroyer now, right? He is
Yes.
the lowest detection thing they have on the board. He is the destroyer. So they have two good-ish options. One is shove him into the cap, get the cap. Dare Matsukaze to come spot him, where he'll get radared and hopefully melted. The other option I see is maybe to just... No, I really think that's probably their best option. Polarberg seems to be going for it anyway.
Viva's moving forward now.
Uh-oh.
I love all ships.
Polarberg spotted on the surface for Des Moines AP. Not a catastrophic hit, just a decent one. The Venezia AP also not accomplishing very much. There's the radar. Polarberg has his turrets around looking for a Matsukaze.
Yep, he found him. No?
No, what is he shooting at? There we go. Took him a second there. Yamato salvo coming in. Will get over the island.
Nope.
Not enough.
Brilliant maneuvering by Polarberg here.
That's salvo not landing anything. The only ship with shots on him now is the Kremlin, and the Kremlin is 30-something kilometers away. Nothing doing.
Nope.
Polarberg really showing that not all minnows are created equal.
Man, look at this. Look at this charge of the Manotaur, Zath.
Mm-hmm.
Amatsukawa has 1600 HP. They're still dumping shells in there. They can still see him.
Yep. He's just now getting out of radar range.
500 HP.
That's it.
That's it.
That's a huge kill that they badly needed.
Wow.
Polarberg's going to be able to pick up the B cap.
Look at GGWP now. They are herded into a corner.
They are, except for the Kremlin, who's kind of off by himself. What I love about Manotaur, Zath, is that you can do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once all the destroyers are off the board, you're the destroyer. Now, Woshi, it feels like Woshi's making an ill-advised charge here. Am I the only one that feels this way?
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
Kaku just got slapped.
I see that.
The biggest problem right now too is Rhubarb is starting to move up, and he knows that those three, the Des Moines, Salem, Kremlin right there, are kind of locked in that position because of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not sure what Woshi's expecting to get out of this push. This feels unnecessary to me.
I would agree.
Here come the Yamato shells. Might be over here. Not quite, but it's getting close. They're trying to bag a kill, but I don't think they need a kill. They're going to give up a ship instead, and I don't think they need that. They certainly don't want to be doing that. That's going to put these guys over 900 points. Now, can they see Woshi? Yes, they can still see Woshi. But yeah, Woshi's still firing in there, so why are you smoking? What's the point?
Yeah.
It needs to.
I don't understand that play at all.
Practice for next game?
I don't know. I don't know. QQ7 on track to win. Well, they were on track to win. Now they won't. Woshi's sacrifice has given GGWP the opportunity to win the game. You're seeing Montana salvos going out for love all ships now. He's trying to dodge it.
Peach taking a pretty good hit there.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Now Arch is getting farmed out pretty mercilessly right here.
Well, Polarberg does what he does best with that Minotaur.
Yeah. If they can farm Arch out, that'll be big.
He's just savaging that Yamato.
Yep. I love broadside battleships in a Minotaur. You just eat them up.
Yeah.
Arch is going out. That's a kill that QQ badly needs. That flips it around. They will now win on time. They haven't overtaken yet, but they will if things keep going this way.
And unfortunately, both Des Moines are really low. They can't necessarily just turn around and make something happen, although they have to.
I mean, both GGWP Des Moines have been just savage. They've got to be out of heels, sucking wind, herded into the corner of the map with a Montana pushing down on them. Chris is actually going to be in the A cap here in a moment.
And here comes the shells on Dyer. Nope.
Nah. Seems to have overled those a bit. As now Chris is going to come under the focus fire of both Des Moines again. They opened fire after his Valkyries had fired at Dyer.
Ooh, big hits on Peach.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be Rhubarb coming in. They had isolated that Kremlin and kind of left him for dead, and now he's becoming relevant again. Now is Fava going to keep him honest? They're not even looking at. They're literally ignoring Rhubarb. They just don't even care.
Nope.
Yeah, they're just letting him chunk salvo after salvo. It's kind of interesting.
Kremlin shells looking for Polarberg. Nothing doing as they continue to farm Dyer down. When Dyer dies, if Dyer dies, and he should, that'll be the lead change.
Yep.
And there it is. Or no, not yet. It's coming. It's got to be coming soon.
Come on. There it is, right there.
There it is.
There you go.
There
There's
it
the
goes.
lead.
Captain evacuating off the ship right now.
Indeed. There's the lead change. But Peachy might go out. Kremlin salvo.
Peachy's being very aggressive here, and I don't know that it was the best idea. Because he's probably going to go out here shortly.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, 18 seconds.
15 seconds. They've got that's how length of time they have to kill him.
Who's gonna die first?
QQ picks up a kill. The game ends.
I love all ships is about to go down.
Yep.
Yeah. They're trying to focus him out now.
And
That's it.
that's it.
Both ships lit. QQ wins game
Hell
2.
of a flip.
Mm-hmm. What a match.
Oh,
That
what a
was-
game.
That was fantastic.
What a game, kids.
I love it. This entire battle has been going on. I've been looking at chat, and they've been debating where QQ's origins came from. Watch the game, guys.
I approve.
They're having a very important philosophical conversation.
Look, these are the critical discussions that we have on the internet,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. This is important
Yeah.
stuff we're trying to solve here.
Yes, we also had a brand new record.
Yep.
Of
Time
some
to reform the trading room.
of somebody winning one of my prizes. They have to be a follower to win on my channel.
Okay.
And so we did a followage check. The person had been following for 2 seconds.
Hey, that works. That's all it takes.
Everybody's like, bruh.
That's all it takes, gentlemen. I think we're going to be having to drop and reform the room, guys.
Oh, we'll see.
Nope, there it is. Came back.
Say it just populated for me.
Yeah.
It was.
It was struggling.
Kind of
Oh, I didn't have a problem with that at all.
hiccup.
It was struggling.
Ooh, man.
Charge of the Des Moines there from Sage, man. That was impressive.
Man,
And the torpedo dodge and the push. That
That
was
has-
he had some 9 lives going on there, man.
That was a thing of beauty to watch. That was a thing of that and Polar Bird, right? You know, like I love Manotaur. I love Radar Minotaur, and it seems like whenever King of the Sea comes around, there are certain players that will take that ship in certain team comps, certain maps, and the ship just clicks, right? Like they just know it, they feel it, right? I loved watching Zombie. Zombie used to play that ship. Used to play Radar Minnow in King of the Sea all the time, and it was like watching the master at the canvas,
Yep.
right? Like him play that ship. I feel that way about what I just watched from Polar Bird, right? Watching the master at the canvas, it was beautiful.
And for every one of those where you see somebody pull off Manotaur, there's 2 or 3 attempts to do the same thing, but it just doesn't work, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know.
like it's really, I mean, there's obviously luck involved, and there's obviously skill involved in making that work. I mean, if you saw Polarberg when he cut into that island, basically preventing the Yamato from being able to arc shells over, I mean, that's a sign of genius player, but at the same time, staying in radar range of Amatsukaze, so that not only can he be shooting at him, but any of his teammates can keep shooting on him, and getting the kill. Like, that's skill
Well,
right
it's a
there,
lot of
fellas.
timing too, right? Like he knew he just chose. He knew when to push, when to pull back, when to roll in. I mean, it was just a lot of great timing there.
It's almost like
lots of
he
fun.
was listening, because Raptor had literally just said, how do we flip this around? What can we do? I don't know, maybe shove the Minotaur down B. Nah, they can't do that.
Gentlemen, look at
And
me.
yet,
I'm the destroyer.
right?
Polar Bear's like, hold my radar, you know?
Here, hold my ammo. You know, like it just, it's what I love about playing Radar Minotaur, especially in randoms, right? Because the ship, you know, your radar is larger than your detection radius. People don't expect that in random battles, and so you're able to do mean things to destroyers. If you're really on the ball, you're able to just wipe them out, and then you are the destroyer because you're the best. You have the lowest detection of the remaining ships, and you have 10-kilometer torpedoes.
Absolutely.
You get to sail around and torpedo things, and it's so much fun. I love playing that ship.
Especially if you're a destroyer that's moved up without really any support. If it's a minnow that knows like the lines of sight that you have on a map, and they've moved up because they don't see anything, I mean, you just control a flank easily. So 07 has won the fight against Star.
Correct. They beat Star 3-zip. So they're waiting on the results of this match, and then the winner of this match will go play 07, and that will be for the right. Basically, that will be the 3rd and 4th place game. Whoever wins,
Right.
3rd place. Whoever loses, 4th place.
So those of you guys who've been watching, again, thank you very much for being a part of the action. We are going to be here for at least, let's see, at least one more battle on this group, right? Because it's tied up 1-1 now.
Yeah.
So at least 2 more.
You got you've got a minimum. The lowest number of games we have remaining is 5.
Yes.
That's the lowest number of games we have remaining.
Right. So strap in.
Yeah. Grab a beer and settle in, kids. You're going to be here for a little while. The good news is, and maybe Zath, we can talk about this, right? Because we had people coming late yesterday that were able to grab those King of the Sea containers, the drop containers, because you have to watch the stream for 2 hours. It's 90 minutes. 90 minutes.
90 minutes.
90
minutes. So Happa, talk to us about how players earn drops for watching King of the Sea, just to make sure everybody knows.
So Twitch recently changed how the Twitch drop system essentially works. You all know that you have to link your Wargaming account and your Twitch account together in order to do so. There are, of course, game-specific drops as well as channel-specific drops. But the way that COTS is currently set up is if you watch any of the streamers from the actual COTS article on your respective portal, whether that's worldofwarships.eu or worldofwarships.com.asia, there is a list of streamers specifically that if you watch them, the COTS drops will occur. That's very hard to say, COTS drops.
Yep.
But if you click on the icon on the browser, your actual icon on the top right, the pull down will come down and you can actually click on drops and it'll show you the progress. Now that being said, if you've hit what you need to do time frame wise to claim the drop, you'll actually see a little pop-up come up at the bottom that states that you have watched long enough in order to get a drop. The difference from the old system, it used to be automatic. At this point now, you actually have to hit the claim button in order to get that drop.
Right. Now, players, if you've been watching and you're not seeing progress towards a drop at all at this point, then that probably means that your account is not linked to Twitch properly. So what you want to do is you want to go into wargaming.na, right? It's wargaming.na, isn't it? Or is na.wargaming.net, na.wargaming.net,
Yes.
or eu.wargaming.net, whatever region you're in. Log in, go into your account profile, and then make sure that your Twitch channel is, or your Twitch account is linked to it. If it is, this happened to me before, it may be because you changed your Twitch password. If that's the case, you will need to unlink and then relink your account.
And one of the things we've been doing, Chrysanthos has been on top of this, so has Mr. Conway, been trying to communicate with Twitch, because specifically there seems to be a communication problem with Twitch to the wargaming profiles, and it's on Twitch's side with this new system, and we're trying to work through that. So some of you have been told to go ahead and put tickets in if you've done the unlink relink thing and you've still watched and you still claimed and you still haven't got the drops. Now that being said, I've seen drops drop instantaneously. I've seen drops drop a couple hours later. I even had one drop specifically. I logged out, went and made dinner and stuff. The next morning logged in and it dropped. So there may be some delay between the two systems. So just be patient in that respect if you can. So
this delay brought to you courtesy of Twitch.
That's right. I love we just saw iChase come into the training room for a second.
He's in here.
And he flexed by readying up a test ship.
I saw the constellation. I went, wait, what?
Oh, good, nice. I wonder, like, he was watching yesterday. I'm wondering if he's just here to watch or if he's actually streaming.
I don't believe he's streaming. Let's go check.
He's not.
I don't see him live.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
So he's here just to say hi, probably. You know,
Could
sometimes you get that where you get like random players that come in and they like ready up a Tachibana or something. It's like, guys, this is King of the Sea.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah, exactly, right? Right, like, come on, fellas. Like, unless you don't read anything that the website and the game launcher puts in front of you, you know what this is. Like, give me a break.
Yep.
All right. Looks like both teams are ready. We should be dropping into this game momentarily. Headed to Warriors Path for Game 3.
Yep. So, just a reminder, Nevsky Moskva banned for this set of matches.
I'd just like to drop a little prop notice to my tie. Apparently, Captain Minia ran a poll earlier, and I have the #1 rated tie on stream right now.
Oh, really?
he messaged me. He said, "Did you think? How do you feel about having the best tie?" I was like, "What?"
Well, you are wearing the best of the achievements, my friend. You have Solo Warrior on, so
Indeed.
All right, let's go watch some warships, fellas. What do you think?
nah.
Okay.
All right,
Oh, we're doing
let's
that.
do.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're still doing that. Yeah, we're still doing that. Who knew? All right, guys, zoning into game 3. Zath, talk to me about the GGWP lineup.
GGWP is he just did that to me. All right, anyway, the Yamato, they're running Yamato, Kremlin, Triple Des Moines, Wusta, Gearing, Daring, and Yu Yang.
Opposing them from the south spawn on behalf of QQ7, Yamato, Ohio, fronted by Stalingrad, Des Moines, Goliath. Interesting. Shimakaze, Kleber, and Harugumo. Now, we have seen small, and I do mean small numbers of Goliaths in this event, Zach. We saw them use, probably the most effective one I saw, and I think it was KSC way back on day 3 on Northern Waters. We were talking about earlier that Goliath, they ran up the one line on Northern Waters that basically HE farmed out that Des Moines. You know, that like to camp at Des Moines there on the corner of that little island north of the A cap on Northern Waters. I'll be curious to see how they deploy the Goliath here.
Well, for right now, it seems like the Goliath is heading off towards A. It almost feels like they're going to try to play it like a Venezia.
Does feel a little that way. Looks as if, excuse me, I can tell my voice is starting to go. Looks as if QQ7's main push is going to come through C. Shima, Harugumo, Stalin, Des Moines, and Yamato headed that direction. Triarch trying for the early pick of B with his Kleber, probably going to get it. Amatsukaze not interested in opposing.
Nope, he's sitting there ready to back into B cap as soon as Triarch decides, I'll leave. Yeah, it's interesting. So GGWP focusing more on an even kind of a split, 4-4, one in the middle, and you know, QQ7 focusing harder for C.
Well, QQ obviously also working that destroyer advantage, right? If you bring 4 destroyers, you better be on caps quick. You better be contesting caps. Like that's where you're going to get the points out of with those ships.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned that because aside from Triarch going into B cap with the Kleber, the other 3 destroyers are pretty far back.
Fair point.
Now, what's Duke running for range? He's running 20-kilometer torps as well as Wreck Full X and the other Shimakaze.
Not terribly surprising.
No, and the way that they're playing, it makes sense. They're staying well off of radar range. And they're just gonna go for the old luck chuck, cast the fish, and see what you get.
I'm actually curious. Triarch's Kleber, like, I won't say this feels like a mistake, but like Triarch's Kleber seems content to continue to stay here and contest B. Seems to sense that Amatsukaze is around. They don't know, but they seem to just believe that there's going to be a destroyer there eventually. And so I will say, to me, it feels a little bit like a waste of a Kleber.
We don't know, obviously, what commander skills he's running. If he does have radio location, then Amatsukaze will be the radio location target, which will tell him, hey, there's somebody up here. So
True.
I can understand sitting around there, but we've seen players do this. They get B, they sit there, Marceau's or whatever. I don't know that they're going to get much out of it, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Big Des Moines Death Snail crawling down the 2 line. Go ahead, Apple.
I think Triarch had got spotted for a second there because he pulled forward and reoriented to Matsukaze.
He is lit. Amatsukaze can see him. Triarch is definitely spotted, but he cannot see Amatsukaze in return because, Kleber.
Right.
Well, and nobody can see him anyway, right? Nobody can shoot him anyway, so what's it matter?
Nobody can shoot him anyway, so there's no shells coming in, so there's no rush. Coming up on 5 minutes gone, Woshi's Goliath kind of getting mercilessly farmed over here on the one line. One thing about Goliath, she's not fast,
No.
right?
Yeah.
That ship's not going to get away from anybody.
Here comes some
This is
Yamato
not a-
cells.
Henri Dream, she ain't. I'll fall
Just
short.
Wow.
Yep. Now, we may have a little contact here between Duke and Kuroshio Kai. They're just about to pick each other up. There we go. Duke cuts his speed as Kuroshio is lit, and the Goliath shells come in. Not much though.
Nope. We can see the both Des Moines now changing their target.
Oh yeah, they
obviously.
immediately change targets. But I mean, Woshi printing a new ship, but man, just getting mercilessly farmed over here.
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes gone. QQ7 ticking up a lead. They own the B cap. Everything else pretty static here on game 3. This is game 3, right? Yeah, game 3.
Yes.
I'm going to be doing that a lot, guys. Just get used to it.
4 hours and 20 minutes in.
We did 21 games last weekend. We're already 22 into this weekend. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yep, we did 14 yesterday.
Yeah. Pretty quiet. Not a whole lot to talk about, really.
No.
I find it interesting. I look at QQ7's positions, Ath. I look at this map. They look like they're set up to kite on both flanks.
Mm-hmm.
How is that a winning strategy?
Well,
I don't understand.
They've got B cap and they're ticking, so technically they are winning right now.
Yeah, but I mean, over the long haul, that's not really going to work, is it?
I mean, it depends. If they can keep both caps from flipping and nobody dies, then it's gonna work, right?
I mean, but they're about to give up A. They can't stop it.
No, they can't stop A, but technically they are still in a point lead as long as C stays neutral or simply not capped.
Now, Matsukaze took a bunch of damage there. I think he got gunned down by Triarch for a little bit.
Yeah, there was a cross shot coming from Polar Bird also that chunked him a little bit. It's interesting to see, Triarch and him just kind of back and forth here on B cap, but he just can't get positioned to do anything against Triarch. He's doing a good job of throttle jockeying.
Yep. Meanwhile, both sides, we just see the death snail going on both sides of C cap, but yeah, nothing's happening right now. Just a whole bunch of torpedo salvos and hoping for hits.
Yeah, they've been very successful at A, but I mean, let's be honest, QQ7 is basically giving them A.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the forces they took to C, C's pretty static. Like there's not, like you look over, there's no ships on either side really, even under any kind of threat of damage.
This is the part when, if you've got the chat window, you tell. Just a reminder, there's 12 minutes left, and we're watching you play right now. Can you do something? Can you make a play? As I say that, here comes Kuroshio Kai, starting another Death Snail, moving south in A. He's gonna push 00 Duke away from A. They're gonna handedly grab this cap now with the Des Moines.
Duke dumping torpedoes into the face of the snail.
So that's always the hard question, right? Where are those Des Moines going to sit? Where's the snail going to end?
Polsky's Harugumo now trying to farm out Love All Ships' Des Moines. Just kind of spewing shells for a while. Looks like they lost sight of Love All Ships. They did. But they pushed him back. And it looks like Wreckful might be trying to get up here and finally get onto the cap.
Look at Christo. Look at his position. Speaking of pushing, I mean, he's going far up there.
Well, yeah, he's trying to get that shot on the Des Moines, I think. If I'm reading this right, the play is if you push the Yamato up, you continue to push the Des Moines back, that's going to let Wreckful into the cap. And then Christopher can eventually, if he wants to, he can pick up some good cover with one of these islands, right? Keep the torps away. At least that's the theory.
Yeah. But the problem is we've seen before, Yamato's pushing. It usually doesn't end too well.
Agreed. We'll see. Eventually, the Wooster to his north won't be able to farm him. If he unless he slows down. Looks like he's going to slow down. I think
Wants the
that's
shot.
I think that's maybe a mistake. We'll see.
Wreckful now going to smoke him. Try to
Yeah.
get him some cover.
Shells
But
from the Kremlin coming in.
he's got to be careful.
Big good hit.
Peach is taking a torp.
Wreckful's the one who's got to be careful now.
Oh, yes, it
yeah,
is.
there's those torps coming in. He's good.
He's
Wreckful's
fine.
close. Yep, they're both okay.
Meanwhile, at A, those Des Moines Death Snail has moved over. Now they're heading towards B cap. Not chasing QQ7, who was expecting a chase. Look at Triarch with the cross torp here, hoping to catch maybe Matsukaze. It's not going to happen, but... Oh, wait. Is Matsukaze going to take a torp? Is he going to take? He's going to take a torp. Oh!
He's out.
Oh!
He is out.
He took a Shimakaze torp.
Yes, he took a
Wow.
Shimakaze torp. That was definitely not meant for him.
Well, they had that cross drop. That cross drop definitely screwed him up.
Yeah, the little bit of luck with QQ7 here. Big surprise.
Oh, yeah.
The vicissitudes of fate, as they would have said. You know that movie quote, Happa? Where's that one from?
I don't know that one.
You don't
It's a
know that one?
I don't know
You-
that one.
You, sir, need to watch a modern classic called V for Vendetta.
Oh man, yeah, okay, fair enough. I've seen that movie a million times and I don't know enough quotes from that movie, mainly because
So many good ones.
yeah,
That's honestly
my
to me,
vernacular is not that good.
to me, that's Hugo Weaving's best film. Like,
Oh,
period.
totally.
End of discussion.
Now, QQ7 has sensed that they are not being chased at A, so they are turning around, and they're just going to come
Yeah.
up the butt of GGWP. This is why you have to win the flank.
Well, and Christopher came around the island and he's getting farmed out again. And I'm like, why did you move? Well, there was no need for that. And yet here we are. Now, QQ7 on a ship lead, having back C, up over 300 points, 8 minutes to play. But they definitely have some ships under pressure, notably Christopher's Yamato.
Mm-hmm.
Rhubarb pushing up pretty aggressively.
They got to get
On
something
the
into that
B.
cap.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they're basically going to meet the Kremlin, the two Des Moines, and Kuroshio into the B cap.
Yep.
That's where all of those ships are going to meet, and they're going to dare QQ to do something about it.
Well, Duke is making a move on that 2 line now.
Duke's in
Yes,
a
he
position
is.
where he can because the radar cruisers are moving out and looking somewhere else.
Yep.
Yep.
And they've actually put a lot of good damage into Arch's Yamato.
Oh.
Yep. I was just about to say that. So Arch is not going to do too well.
He's flooding. He's got a
Oldenburg-
perma flood.
Well, Polarberg just took 2, and you said Arch is flooding, then Arch is probably going out. No, yeah. Still flooding.
Yeah, he's dead.
He
Yep.
is. That's a
Right
big
there.
kill.
That's a huge kill. That really does open up the A cap. That's going to give those Des Moines something else to think about as more torpedoes coming in for Polar. Oh, man. Brilliant gearing work from Kuroshio Kai. Not
That
sure
means
who Polar was
Polarberg's going
shooting
out.
at. Polar took a shot at Love All ships with his spotter plane,
Yes.
but Polar will burn out here in seconds as we're going to trade battleships over here at the A cap. Duke now on to the A cap with a great hard cover from both of the radar cruisers.
Yep. Christopher managed to survive as he's continuing to get out. Now he's shooting Rhubarb Difference. He's got a good broadside on him.
What is Peachy doing?
He
Peachy,
is
what are you?
getting savage.
Oh
right now.
my goodness. What I love about QQ7, they bent in a couple of places. They didn't break,
Mm-hmm.
right? They pulled out of B at the right time. They let them have B, and then they, like you said, they shoved Duke and the Goliath back up the one line, back into A. Peachy's going out right here, taking a deep water torp in the
Man.
stern. That's a big kill for GGWP. They need those points. QQ7's about to cross 800 points. There they go. 6 minutes to play. And
Polsky
QQ7,
just farming that Des Moines.
yeah, QQ7 widening the lead because they have more caps. See Reckful putting up smoke for Polsky to move into. Reckful's radared now. Between the Yang, the Des Moines, and the Worcester, that is really uncomfortable.
Oh.
I'm not convinced Reckful's going to live.
No.
He's not.
Nope.
It's not happening.
Oh man.
Big mistake right there.
Yeah, he needed to go behind the island. Instead, he turned into the cap. That's going to allow Deer's gang to get back onto C right there. Love All Ships has just taken it all game, right?
Mm-hmm.
All game they've been trying to farm him out, punch him in the face. None of it's worked.
You think he's playing a Salem, not a Des Moines?
I know, right? Deer just took some big hits.
He did.
for
Verm
his
is now.
Go ahead.
Look at Verm. He's getting focused out hard now. He's got 2 Des Moines and the Kremlin shooting him.
Yep. He'll be off the board in probably less than 60 seconds, if not sooner. Remember, Stalingrad has lost a lot of its survivability between the loss of fire prevention, the loss of basics of survivability, and the cruiser skill tree. She burns like a battleship, and Vermi is burning now. There he goes. Things starting to unravel for QQ7. Now down 2 ships, down a cap, upside down on points. 4 minutes to play. Kudos to GGWP for getting back in this game, man. Didn't look good for a while.
Treyarch might be taking a torp here. I think he'll be okay.
Love All Ships barely dodging one himself. Treyarch, what is Treyarch going for this? Is Treyarch going for the suicide run on the Kremlin? With a Des Moines there, I don't think he can pull this off, but it looks like he's decided he has no other option.
He's full health. He's going for the double kill. He's going to probably fire his left turns.
Both sides, right between them.
Yep. There's the rights.
Yep.
One set.
There's the right torps.
There's 2 sets.
Yoshi's slowing down already, prepping for this.
Come the left torps.
He
Big.
gets
Oh,
neither.
he almost got him.
He gets neither of them.
He's not done yet. Fire the guns!
He's burning out right there.
Oh!
They do get Yoshi. So they trade Treyarch for a tremendous amount of damage.
Yes.
Not for a kill, but man.
Not
just
as bad
absolutely-
YOLO.
No, that's as YOLO charges go, you could do a lot worse. Absolutely savaging the GGWP battleship in B. But it's still kind of unraveling here for QQ. I think Christopher's going to be dead. They're not going to be able to punch out the Kremlin.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately, Christopher is getting DPS down here.
Yeah.
Goes.
There he goes. Now a 3-ship lead and 110-ish points and growing for GGWP.
Polsky's about to die.
Polsky's going out. Man.
What
a
change.
turn of fortune. What a turn of fortune here in game 3. QQ looked cool as a cucumber, like they had everything figured out. They like I said, I liked how they bent, but they didn't break, and now they have definitely broken.
That's right. Duke now getting into B cap. That's going to slow down the cap point gain.
GGWP just turned Zath and just collapsed. Look at them. They just collapsed, like descended like piranhas on the surviving QQ7 ships in that portion of the map.
Yeah.
Killed them all.
They did.
Rhubarb may yet burn out.
Rhubarb out here.
Looks like it's going to happen. He's taking one last shot at the Goliath. They get him. That's points they need if they can pick up the cap and hold on to it for a little while.
Oh!
His final salvo on the Goliath is very, very big. British 3D printer engage. Radar going up looking for Duke. They've got him now. Love All Ships will have shells on him in a moment. Here
Look
they
how
come.
close. Look how close it is right now. 2 minutes for either team to win. Just about.
But there's only 1:15 in the game timer. Kuroshio Kai is the closest thing that they could bag to a kill, and I just don't think they're going to get it. They'll never spot him unless he wants to get spotted.
No.
They're about to shove one of the Des Moines back into the cap. It's just not going to happen. If they can get a kill, maybe, but I just don't see it.
Well, don't see it.
Don't see it.
Yeah, well, she got a decent hit on
Look how
Love All
moving
Ships,
up.
but
Wojci's going to barely dodge his torpedo salvo. Goliath's blazing speed coming into play there. Yes, that was sarcasm.
I couldn't tell.
I
Please
was
hold
like,
up a
wait,
sign
what?
next time.
And now Duke has decided, is he going to, I think maybe there's 15 seconds left. This is over. They can't score enough points in time. You know?
There's the triumphant
GGWP.
Torfire anyway.
Right. GWP with the come from behind win claims game 3.
And we hear the clock coming down saying game over.
Yep.
Whoa,
What?
that was a good game.
Yeah, it
Good
was-
game.
I think we need to see the replay on that one.
Well, you might want to ping Kaiser then, because the bot he's kind of quit feeding the bot, it would seem.
Yep, I'm on it.
No problem. Did you see Amatsukaze in chat?
No. Do I have to go and look?
He says, I had a text from my mom for Mother's Day, so I turned into the torpedo. Okay.
Folks, you have to talk to mom. It doesn't matter what's going on. You have to talk to mom.
That is factually correct, yes. That is factually
That's
correct.
right. Yep. And Skyshu says, don't text and drive.
Also true. That's good advice.
Oof. My goodness.
Man.
Well,
I love that.
with us at 2 games GGWP, this next one, it's up to QQ7 to win or force a game 5.
That's right.
Remember, we're not done yet. Whoever wins this match gets to face
Goes on.
07.
That's right. We're going to see 07 at least once this event, Zath. We have not cast them at all this King of the Sea. Not once.
Well, okay, and usually that part of the reason for that is because we're like, okay, well, we expect them to advance. So, you know, let's get a bunch of other teams. Let's get games that we think are going to be really good matches. Of course,
True.
hindsight is 2020. The 07, what was it, GGWP match would have been crazy to watch, but hey, it is what it is. At least we're going to get to see 07, like you said.
We will get to see them, whoever they play out of this matchup, we will get to see them at least one match. Chad is just catching up to Triarch's grand sacrifice, and it really was brilliant. It's a
Yes.
shame that he wasn't able to get the double kill. He's still like in those seconds, he probably racked up a good 100,000 damage or something obscene.
Easily.
It's unfortunate his team wasn't able to capitalize on it. They did get the Des Moines. They did eventually get the Kremlin, but not before it was too late, basically, right?
Yep. I almost wonder if he had used the COTS spread, if he would have come out with more damage, because he fired narrow spread on both ships. Now, the Des Moines, pulled the handbrake and stopped as quickly as he possibly could. The Kremlin kind of kept on going, but of course, mass is a thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, with the narrow spread into the Kremlin in the same spot, the same torpedo belt area, it basically saturates damage, and the torpedoes do less damage over time. If he had spread out more widely, the bow, the center, and the stern might have taken more damage collectively. That could have been enough to kill the Kremlin. There's a great wargaming video out about how stuff works, the damage modeling and all that kind of stuff, and how saturation works, and that would have explained that quite nicely right there. For the Des Moines, who popped up the handbrake, widespread might have caught him with that I think it was the second salvo he fired too far forward. If he had widespreaded that leftmost torpedo might have caught the Des Moines as well.
I'm impressed, Seth. I'm impressed. Well done.
The more you know.
Can you draw pictures next time, please?
Oh man. Oh man.
Hey, that's Oskens, okay, with his paint. That's
Right.
not.
I was gonna say, need to get you a whiteboard, man.
Oh.
Joke all you want. I've actually looked into that because I could get little side screens over here that
Oh, yeah.
I could put the map image on it, draw on it, and then project that onto OBS and then have that
Oh, yeah.
I've seriously thought about it. I don't think it would even be that expensive to do. So we'll see. Maybe someday. Maybe someday.
I feel like it has a lot of good meme implications too.
You can have
Screenshots of battles, what have you.
You can have a lot of fun with that. You really
Right.
could. It could be a lot of fun.
You know what? While we got a moment, I think I might duck off for just a second, because I think we've got a couple minutes before we get to our next game.
We do. I'm probably going to save. I am probably going to take a small break once we launch the next game. But you go ahead now. Not a problem. Kappa.
5 minutes, I think. Yeah.
We've probably got a few minutes here. Anything else that like? What other kinds of things do you? I mean, you're the community manager here. What else? What other kinds of things do we need to be kind of talking about in this stream?
Well, I mean, the big thing is going to be, after the completion of this stream, what comes next, which is going to be the internationals, right? Which is where the big bucks essentially come out. Those are going to be the fights that I think were, I don't know. Last COTS, you and I kind of talked about it. Like, we expected some really hard fought battles, and there was some just, all right, I'm done. Like, they just started and they were like, all right, I'm done. And we were just like, I don't know what just happened. So I can't really talk to how those matches are going to be, but I'm really excited to see, because it seems this season specifically, there is a lot of change up in who is going all the way, which is fantastic. It's always great to see that different teams going all the way. But let me backpedal a little bit. Some things that are going on this weekend, if you guys haven't checked, if you've been watching COT specifically the whole weekend, you've got a lot of missions going on right now, specifically for Victory Day, right? VE Day, I should say, not just Victory Day. You currently have the missions going on that are opt-in for the Kirov, where you can get a Kirov straight out by running through a set of combat mission groups. If you already have one, you're pulling 6 million credits, by the way. I believe that's the compensation. But you get the 6 million credits plus the perma skin plus the patch as well, and I believe it comes with a commander too. I can't remember, 3-point commander, so not much, but it's still a commander, free commander, essentially is what you get, along with all the discounts that are currently going on for XP conversion, credit conversion, camo cost reductions. What else? The ships. Soviet, American, British, French ships, tier 2 to 5, tier 6 to 7, as well as 8 to 10. So all those have currently sales costs applied to them, and that goes, I think, until the 14th. The combat missions go until the 17th. I think during the end stream I said those backwards. So you have that going on. You currently have also the festival bundles going on right now, so if you want to get some skins and some camos for Bagration, for Orkin, for what else am I missing here? I know one of Wichita, excuse me, is also one of them.
There's an Orkin skin?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a camo, not a skin, excuse me.
Gotta go look that one up.
I believe it's straight up called the Victory Day camo, I believe. I'm trying to find it in the article here really fast.
Which article are you in? Send me a link. I'll share it on my channel.
Yeah. And by the way, while you're doing that, Happa, if I remember correctly too, don't you get doubloons if you had the original Kirov camo anyway?
Correct. So if you have that same skin, already, you're going to get a doubloon compensation for that. And I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but I think it's around 2,000 dubs.
I think that's what I've heard too.
I really like that. I like that camo. Those are pretty. That orange. I found the article. That's nice.
There you go. And then also the Victory Day perma skins for Alabama, Minsk, Eagle, Implacable, Duke of York, New Orleans, Texas, and the October Revolution, which I'm not going to try to say the actual Russian. Sean, I said it on the stream on Friday. I'm not going to try to repeat that because I'm just.
I'll butcher it, so I'm with you there. We're checking on streamers, guys. I think we're going to be on to game 4 here in seconds, so settle in. Zath, once we get into this game, we'll do quick lineup review, and then I'm probably going to step away for like 30 seconds, so you and Happa can carry it for a couple of calls, and then I'll be right back.
That's fine, no problem.
Just letting you know.
Yep, I'm going to transition real quick while we have a few moments to take a look at that last battle. Kaiser was able to get that. Yeah, he just pinged me with it.
I see it now. Excellent. This is the one we just ran. Yeah, This is the last one.
It's our last game. Because I think you would agree,
Yeah,
this is one of those you just have to see to
No,
believe.
I agree with you
Yeah.
there. Yeah, let me get it queued up here. Oh, we're dropping. We're
We
gonna
are
have to come
dropping.
back to it. We're gonna have to come back to it. Okay. We'll come back to it in between games 4, or well, I say in between games 4 and 5, assuming we have a game 5. That's an assumption I can't necessarily make. We shall see. In the interim, ho, we definitely have a game 4, so let's push the button and get to it. All right, welcome to game 4. This is the North American runners-up bracket, I suppose. Looking for a champion here to go on to face 07 for the right to play for 3rd place. Zaf, talk to me about QQ7.
All right, so QQ7 is bringing Yamato, Ohio, Goliath, Stalingrad, Des Moines, Shimakaze, Harugumo, and Marceau. So, it's pretty similar to what they just ran.
Indeed. Opposing them from the south spawn, Yamato Kremlin, Des Moines, Venezia, Stalingrad, Gearing Daring, Shimakaze. I think Love All Ships has the steel. No, that's the silver. That's the silver ranked camo. I have a hard time telling the difference between the silver ranked camo and the steel camo.
Yeah. The steel is all straight. The silver one has a slight difference to it.
I think the silver one has a little more shimmer to it, also.
Mm-hmm.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Which
take
one are
your
you?
word.
I think the steel one actually it looks a little bit more dull if you change your angles.
Okay.
Yeah. Sage is using
But
the
yeah,
silver
you're
camo
right.
on the Des Moines. Or the steel camo.
Right. And Love All Ships is used. Oh, on the Des Moines. All right. Let me go look. Let's see. You said Sage. Oh, I was already on the wrong
Yes.
side of this.
Yes. And Love All Ships is using the silver ranked camo.
I still have a hard time telling the difference.
So if you look at I Love All Ships' camo, you'll see that there are some spots where the silver is a different shade. It reflects differently off the light. And you can see stripes in the side of
Yo,
the hull.
the stripes on the hull are how I tell the difference. Like from the top, I basically can't tell the difference. They look
Correct.
the same to me.
Yeah, you can't from the top.
Anyways, enough aesthetics. Let's talk about the game.
Hmm.
Very quickly, we see Amatsukaze's daring on to B. He will basically get it unopposed. QQ7 has opted to just ignore that cap. They want nothing to do with it. For the moment, anyway.
Mhm.
Shima, Ohio, and Goliath for QQ7 headed up north, looking like they're going to be in like a kiting position. And you're starting to see what will inevitably turn into be another Death Snail. That's Sage, Shokaku, and Yoshi's gearing down here. They're going to be down along the IJ line, backing them up. Love All Ships is Stalingrad, Rhubarb's Kremlin.
Sorry, guys. My co-caster has decided he wants back on my lap.
Ah, well, that's important.
Okay, buddy.
So Amatsukaze, he got the cap, and he just rolled out and just parked, and I think he's just waiting to see
I think
what might happen.
he's expecting someone to eventually come contest him.
Right.
Dyer just got slapped a little bit from Polarbergs, Ohio.
Oof. Kuroshi Yokai just barely missing torps from Wreckful.
Yep. Now, Kuroshi Yokai using 12 kilometer torps, Wreckful using 20. Dyer's going to be fine with that torp salvo. Look at QQ7's push down the one line. It looks like they're getting set up to really push hard through there. Woshi and the Goliath kiting away. Same thing with Polarberg.
This is going to be interesting when Halski gets to that island, or excuse me, just west of that island. If he lays a line of smoke and allows those two Des Moines to come around that corner.
Look south. Yoshi's. Oh. Wow. Just barely dodged.
Well, Harugumo can lay a truly obscenely long smoke cloud when it wants to, right? We've sneaky pointed that out to us back on like day 1, and it was something that I had never really realized.
Yeah. With that UU, it could lay I think it's something like 49 seconds or something like that of just straight smoke.
He told me it was like an 8.5 kilometer long smoke cloud.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And Polsky slowed down. I think it's exactly what they're gearing up to get ready to do. Coming up on 5 minutes gone, GGWP out to about a 120-point lead. They own B solidly. No one near it for the opposing team. They own C for a while. It's at least now contested. As now QQ7 has picked up A.
It's interesting seeing such a large force from GGWP at A, and they're all in kiting away position.
They're all retreating. Yeah, I'm with you. It's a little odd. I think maybe they're realizing that that's like what's coming at them, right? Like they can only, at the moment, they can only see the Ohio and the Goliath. It's the only thing they actually have definitive eyes on. And the Yamato just popped up because he fired. So they have to expect, now they can see the smoke in the backfield, right? Down on the 2 line or the 1 line. And they have to know that that's basically what's coming.
Well, the fact that they got B single-handedly, no problem, not even contested, even now, it definitely makes them think, hey, where the heck are they, right?
It kind of tells you, like, these guys aren't anywhere near.
Look at Treyarch. Look at Treyarch.
Treyarch.
There's one right there in the side.
Oh.
That's one of Yoshi's gearing, Torps.
We've seen so many torpedo hits these last few games. Well, just matches, I should say.
Well,
so I almost feel like Polsky laid his smoke a little early there. I suppose that he wasn't counting on that entire force kiting away already.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to look at the other side of the map too, right? QQ7 can really only see the so they kind of don't know where these guys are either. There's probably a whole lot of question marks. Where the hell is everybody? Now, the Marceau, that's Treyarch, rotating to mid, right? They're going to be able to pick up B very quickly. And then they're trying, maybe they're trying to double team Rekful Shimakaze because they've brought Amatsukaze's daring up here.
Right. Now, this smoke you're talking about, Happa, this smoke wasn't necessarily meant to hide the Des Moines in it. I think it was more to cover them so they can get to the next island chain.
Well, and that's initially what I was getting at, but it really looks like he started laying it far too early. Because in theory, if he moved closer to the island behind him, he could have laid a wall between those 2 islands.
Okay, gotcha. I see what you mean.
And then you could have had a Des Moines on the right and a Des Moines on the left of the island they're pulling up to right now.
Cross shots starting to fall on Ruberb's Kremlin, who's simply not as fast as everybody else. He's lagging behind this retreat. He's struggling a bit. Now, they brought Amatsukaze to C. They're finally using it to try and punish Rekful. They do get some good salvos on him there.
Yeah, it looks like he bumped Kuroshiyokai for a minute there.
They know now that somebody's in B. I don't know who, but I mean, I'm confident that we're going to see one of the Des Moines. Looks like Yoshi. Yeah, the Des Moines and the gearing are kind of starting to turn and make towards B. Marceau left the cap without picking it up.
What?
Yes, Treyarch.
I see that.
He went into B. He got most of the way down with the cap, and then he left.
He wasn't radared by.
No,
there's no way he could have been radared.
No, he wasn't radared, but I guarantee you, in a moment, he will be if he steps back on this cap.
Yeah. And he's backing toward it.
Well, he's on it now. They're going to know to radar him in moments.
The radar's already up.
And radar's up right now, and he's at 10.5 from who's that?
So they're going to find him as soon as the radar catches up with him, basically. But they know he's in there. Oh, Sage takes a decent hit.
Sage is holding right at 10 from him right now.
They can't see him. Both Des Moines radars pulsing right there.
Oof.
Oh, Sage just got hammered. There, they've got eyes on Treyarch. Shokaku moving up to start hitting him with shells. They're gonna get the resets.
And he is in the radar bubble.
Oh yeah,
he is now.
Oof. Oh, good thing he moved out too.
Coming under fire now from both Des Moines. They get a few more shells on him, and then lose sight of him as he ducks out of the radar range.
Fast boat is fast.
Is indeed. It means that GGWP retains control of B, up almost 200 points as we're getting close to the halfway mark of the game.
Meanwhile, rhubarb
GGWP.
difference.
See, and this is what I'm.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking right now with what Polsky's doing. He laid a smoke enough to curve both those Des Moines to be able to bring all 3 turrets to bear
Right.
on the force kiting away.
Have a look from the Stalingrad, who just radared. Love All Ships puts his radar up. Get some shots on Polsky.
And he
Rhubarb now
slows down.
Yep, Rhubarb continuing to retreat. Surely they're going to saturate his superstructure soon. Like, he's taking so much damage.
It's already saturated.
What is it that's hitting him? Like, well, he's still taking damage.
He's getting cross shots from the north side somewhere.
Right, but my point is the HE shells are still doing damage.
Ah, I did not see that.
Mm-hmm.
They've finally lost sight of Rhubarb as he's under 10,000 HP, so now they just casually start farming the Stalingrad.
Yeah, the only problem is Rhubarb's going to be able to hit his heel a little bit, and he'll come back.
A little bit of close contact at sea. Kuroshio Kai and Rekful glimpsing each other. This is definitely the farthest we've seen one of these south pushes make it, Zath.
Yes, it is. I love it.
GDWP definitely needs to start knocking some hit points down, though. QQ7 has a lot of strength in the middle still.
They do. I feel like Triarch would be a valid option, but they can't see him.
Yep.
Now,
Rhubarb
you'll notice,
popped his
look at
RP.
what Yoshi and Sage and Shokaku were doing. Yoshi's going to lay them smoke, and now they're going to set up to try and refuse this smoke push coming out of the south.
Yep. Polsky opening up too. Very interesting decision. Peach is now going sideways to torpedoes that are coming in. I think they're going to get trapped.
Oh no, Polsky's
Yep.
turning.
Yep. He's decided he's had enough.
Haru's not known for being the most maneuverable destroyer.
He's very much not the most svelte thing in the world, but there's a convenient Harugumo-sized gap. He's not going to make it. He's going out.
Ta-da! So much for that,
Yoshi
Death
with a-
Snail.
Yoshi with a big torpedo there. First blood going to GGWP. They're up over 300 points now. 8 minutes to play. You know what? Yoshi's going to land one of those on the... Is he going to put one on the Yami? Yep, one on the Yami too. Solid salvo.
Unfortunately, Christopher is kind of left here by himself at this point now.
Well, now they're going to do to Christopher what they've been doing to poor Rhubarb.
Yep, but Christopher's pointed the wrong way.
He is.
Meanwhile, it looks like they're able to cap B and C possibly here. Double or QQ7.
Patriarch's Marceau now cheekily getting into B. He should have that cap momentarily. I don't think Amatsukaze is going to turn around and go back at this point. Nope. Amatsukaze is Shimakaze hunting. You can just see it. He's gonna pick up the Shima in seconds. The Shima has no smoke. Shima's playing behind his smoke cloud. And
There it is.
They should be able to convert this kill. They need this kill.
Kuroshio Kai takes a torpedo.
Ooh.
Takes 2.
Ooh.
Oh no! They needed those guns. That's awful. Venezia salvo coming in for Rekful. They're going to get Rekful, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
A few more shells is all they need. There it is.
There it goes.
And they do get Rekful. GWP up a kill once again here as the Marceau and buddies, now backed by a Stalingrad, that's Vermicelli, and Polarbergs, Ohio, do convert the B cap. A
Christopher's been able
QQ7.
to go dark, try to repair back some of those hit points.
Yeah.
Here comes Yamo shells.
Rhubarb back up.
Oh!
Wow.
Repair that.
Yeah.
Dodge this, he says.
Oh my goodness.
That's going to put a distinct timer on the game. GGWP will win this match in 90 seconds. Rhubarb now back up to 50,000 HP. The power of retreating.
How many times have we heard in clan battles? Just kill the Kremlin.
That's right. Just kill the Kremlin. Like it's no big thing. Like you're going out to pick up the mail. just kill the Kremlin. No big deal.
They know they just need to hold
Yeah,
the
GGW just needs to just not lose a ship. Just don't die, and you're good. It takes a little time, but they can't pot. Like they've got a Matsukaze's destroyer working the bottom end of the cap. He's their tripwire. Anybody trying to get onto that cap will get spotted, and there's 2 Des Moines right there with Yoshi. This is about as solid a position as you could possibly want. There's simply no way for QQ to get back into this, back onto this cap and into this game. It's over.
Meanwhile, there's 2 very heated discussions going on in my chat. 1,
Is there now?
professional work attire. 2,
Okay. That's important.
what the hell is going on? Because they keep seeing me say death pick all the time.
Ah, yes. Well, you see, Zath has a fetish, kids. Oh, big hit on Triarch right here at the end. He's going to be the yeah. He's him going out.
Yeah.
They're going to kill him, and that's going to seal the deal. GGWP wins game 4. They move on for the right to face 07 for the 3rd place title here on North America. That's a good match. Oh my goodness.
Very good match.
Oh my goodness, that was a good match.
I'm still trying to figure out why Polsky opened up with his guns there.
We've
Which
been seeing that a lot, Happa, this season.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of people just figuring they can open water and get away with it. And they usually don't. I mean, but they're about 50-50.
Yeah. I mean, he was doing such a great job, sticking around those 2 Des Moines. Like, they were doing amazing work. And then, I don't know what happened there at the end. He just... Yeah, I don't know.
It looks like the training room is already... Nope, it's not letting me in.
Okay, we'll figure that out. I'll say your ref is available. They are... We have a 23-minute break, gentlemen.
Whose room?
Lieutenant.
Should be. Is he the host?
Maybe not. Okay.
Well, I just got kicked back to port, so...
Yes.
And apparently there's no training rooms currently available.
Oh, my friend. Oh, my friend. The stories.
I'm just a communication lady.
The stories we can tell you about the training room interface would curl the hair on your chinny chin chin.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
I believe the room is going to be run by Timmy. The room you're seeing in the training room interface actually doesn't exist because Star 07 has been done for like an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot it's not Star 07. Yeah.
Correct. It's going to be Star. Now it's going to be GGWP 07.
Right.
The trick is that the training room interface is so lagged we can't even search it. We can't even get it to come up. Now there may not be a room there. I believe your ref will be Timmy, Tymme. But basically we've been told top of the hour is our start time, so we have about 20 minutes. Let me suggest something here. What we don't have, what I normally have in a pack like this, is a video to kill time, right? Like earlier they ran the waterline video, and we don't have that right now. However, I happen to have Happa on the line. Happa, is there a link you can get me where maybe I could download that thing? Is there an asset link you can send me?
I could try to. Let me see if I can actually send it to you.
You probably don't want to do that because it's going to be huge. It's like a 15-minute video.
No. I'll get you a downloadable.
Okay, yeah. See if you can find me a link. We can tread water in the interim because I know Zath and I wanted to go back and show that game 3. So let's do that real briefly. Let's go back and look at that game 3 replay. Zath, let me know when you're ready, and I'll push the button.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, let's have a check. And
So
of course,
this is the last game. This is the game before. And I've pinged Kaiser, asking Kaiser for the next one as well.
Hang on a minute. Why is... Whatever. I'm kind of to a point where I don't even care that that stuff's just like doesn't work.
Which one?
Oh, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
Happens.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this up one more time. And of course it's not working. Fine. Just sit there blank. So, Daring Cliver, lots of back and forth here, right? We're about 5 minutes in on mine.
Right.
But I want to kind of see how this evolves, because it takes a long time to develop, right? The gearing's now onto A. So you've got, this is GGWP, like GGWP moves into A, they pick up A.
Mm-hmm.
They rotate back. The Des Moines come down, they hook up with the gearing, they move across the cap, they move towards the middle of the board. So they start rallying in the center. You can kind of see this shaping up about 3 to 4 minutes before it really starts to occur, because that's the kind of that's how Warships works, really. It takes time to move pieces around the board.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Wouldn't you know it, the OneDrive that I want to download it from or give you the link to does not have the file in it anymore.
If you don't have it, you don't have it. If I have to, I can put up the Be Right Back screen. I just hate that. I'd rather put up something more informative.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are. We're finally 6.5 minutes to play. And you're starting to see things kind of fall apart a bit. Now you've got there we go. The two Des Moines, the Kremlin, the Gearing are all in the middle.
Yep.
Here's where they farm out Vermi. They managed to pick up a kill over at C. Yeah,
this
just
destroyer
all
YOLO.
Yeah, Destroyer YOLO is coming up on our screen in seconds, but it just falls apart so quickly for these guys. Ugh. Just brutal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a heartbreaking loss, because they had the lead for so long and they played so tight and so well, and then it was just like, it's like falling off a cliff. Just like falling off a cliff.
So I wonder if we can go back and isolate the moment that happened, the moment that the switch flipped and everything went to hell.
So to me, Zath, it's all here. I'll back. I'm gonna speed this thing up a bit. I'm gonna find it where I believe it to be. I can scroll through this video here. Give me a moment. Look at. Look around the 7 minutes to play mark. I've paused my video right where it says there's 7 minutes remaining on the game clock. Okay, right there. That's basically about the moment that GGWP caps B. They still own A. They're about to lose A, but they don't know that yet. Okay, the two Des Moines, the Gearing, and the Kremlin are all kind of synced up in the middle. Vermicelli's Stalingrad has kind of turned around to try and, hold off this mess. And the Harugumo, the Shimakaze, and Christopher's Yamato are kind of retreating down the 10 line, way over on the flank. All right, so when you press play, the Kremlin hangs out on the cap for a bit. The Shimakaze, the QQ7, that's Duke, picks up A. And then the Kremlin, the Duke, double Des Moines, and everything, they just go. They turn on their engines, and they move. And suddenly, the Yang's in the cap. People start dying. And it's like, literally, it's at one point, it's like 7-on-3, right? And it's just...
Ships just start exploding.
It's just ships just start vanishing. The Yamato takes a huge salvo in here somewhere that I missed.
Just like in the Expanse.
No.
So the big thing I think that really caused it is right. I think you narrowed it down right at the 7-minute mark, but I think it's Polarberg going out in the Ohio in G3, because when he goes out, now there's nothing to fire back at the Des Moines.
Yes.
I mean, the Goliath is just going to chip. Doesn't matter.
No, I agree. I agree. You go back to, let's see, where's Polarberg? There's Polarberg's Ohio. I'm at about, okay, so I backed it up. I'm at about 11 and a half minutes to play is where I am right now.
Okay.
Polarberg turns. He's going back west, right? He derps, or he kind of circles around in between B and C for a while. Or, I'm sorry, between A and B. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the big, to me, the big, like you said, him dying basically gives the Des Moines and the Kremlin free reign to come in there and do whatever they want. Because without him on their flank, that's huge. And what's interesting to me, what makes it more interesting is the gearing torps were he just threw them in that direction, and they all happened to hit enough, and bam, he goes out right there. So it all happens at about the same moment, right? That 7-minute mark, they pick up the cap, and about 30-40 seconds later, Polarberg's out, and the whole thing changes over.
Now, the other ship that goes down, I think that was Peach's Des Moines, takes that Yu Yang torpedo salvo at E10. So at the same time that Polar goes down, yep, there it is at 5:50 mark or so. So about a minute later, we lose that Des Moines on the 10 line, and now neither side can stop what's about to happen. Nobody they can't put the brakes on this anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Excuse me.
There's nothing holding this reactor in check at this point. And that's it. That does it.
That's it. That's it.
Now, I've also asked for the last game that we just covered, and it's been delivered.
All right. I guess I should go grab that. Now, you talk me through this one.
Hold on a second. I apologize. I downloaded the zip file.
No, you don't need that. You need the video file.
I know. Yeah, I just clicked the wrong link. All right, here we go. You ready?
No, not yet. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready when you are. You ready?
Yes.
Play it.
So on this one, in my opinion, it's the over pushing. You made the comment a second, and then like everything happened, right? You said this is the farthest that we've seen a push from the south, and almost 20 seconds after that, we started seeing it unravel.
Mm-hmm.
Good positioning by the Marceau early on.
Mm-hmm.
Getting those.
No, I think
torps.
everybody's position early is good. It makes total sense, right?
Yep. Here's where I think he takes that torpedo.
Not quite
No.
yet.
Next. Yeah.
Yeah, as he leaves the cap to the north up towards the Stalingrad, right about there. You see it?
Yep.
The health
There's the health bar.
Yep. So he goes to B, which is a smart play. No one can stop him. The daring would have had to have hang out there, and daring versus Marceau gunfight. Like, nah, you're not going to take that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, makes sense.
There he is getting off the cap back. That was a huge mistake in retrospect
That was a
as
miss.
well.
It didn't. I mean, I don't know that it cost him the game, but it was a mistake.
Right. All right, now here we see the Harugumo to the south getting ready to start pushing forward. Looks like he got radared. He stopped. He took a couple of hits. Now we see, here we go. Here's the smoke up. They're trying to farm that Kremlin down. You can see that bar. Oh no, smoke's not up. Smoke is about to come up right there. And that's when the Harugumo dies at about 8 minutes.
They didn't need his guns, I don't think, and I think that was the mistake, right? They didn't need him there. The Des Moines pretty much had it covered, and by the time they could have quit firing simply because the Kremlin had gotten away at that point. You know, you couldn't keep up with him anymore. He was getting away, which sounds ridiculous, but that was the truth. Okay.
Yes.
And then by the time they spot him again, it's too late. He's got 50,000 health back, right? Because it's no big deal, just kill the Kremlin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there you go.
Yep. So I see. I just rewound it again to watch this again, but you're absolutely right. There was zero reason to open up with guns. Now that was part of the problem, right? Part of the problem was he was trying to farm damage. The bigger problem is in the process of trying to farm damage, he gets away from the Des Moines, and I'm sure that they call out to him like, "Dude, we need you covering us so we can smoke and shoot now, not just playing hero out there with your 100mm guns."
Right. Okay, they have started pick bans for these two teams.
Okay. 8 minutes and
I
30.
thought- Go ahead.
8 minutes and 38 seconds. I'm really liking this tool. 8 minutes and 38 seconds is when he starts. Is when the Des Moines start to go away, from his teammate in the Ggwp. And yeah, he just can't catch up to him. Boink.
Yep. Thought I saw the game in the training room menu, but I don't. Negative.
That's all right.
There it is. Found it. TYMME is indeed your host. Room is up.
Oh,
They're working.
I've been in here for a while. I apologize. I should have said something to you. I've been so focused on
yeah.
the replay here. I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah. Well, my training room interface has been so horrifically slow.
Mine's really bad right now too.
Probably wouldn't have mattered anyway.
I can't even see the room still.
Interesting. That might explain why there's very few people in this room, except for just, I think, me and a couple of casters.
Yeah, it's like the training room interface is basically unusable right now.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. It
I
just
can
pops
search
from
it. It takes minutes for it to spit out a search result, and then when I click on it, it won't actually load me into the room. So I'll just keep trying. Oh,
Funny
there it
because
is.
it's. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, let's try again.
Ah, you're in now.
Yay!
I was gonna say, I think we're both in.
All right. Let's start getting this set up. Ggwp
Hey,
is our alpha quad.
Raptor,
Yeah.
while we're waiting for pick bands to go on, we have a little tradition when 07 plays in the finals. Now,
We do?
they're not fighting for first,
That's true.
but they're still in the finals, and I think
That's
it's
true.
time for some dirty water.
Well, unfortunately, mine is all downstairs, sir.
You have time, my friend.
I do, and I admit it would be nice to get up and stretch my legs for a minute. Let
Well,
me
I'm gonna tell you, Raptor. How long did they tell? Did they tell you how long before they plan to start?
The plan is to start at the top of the hour, so that's only about 8 or 9 more minutes. However, the refs are basically saying, because you can sometimes start a little later, whatever. Up to 7-8 minutes, depending on. They're basically saying the enforced start time will be no later than 10 minutes after. 10 minutes after the hour. So we've got at least 8 or 9 minutes. So I'll turn off my camera. I'll step away for a moment, and you guys can chat. I will be back momentarily as soon as I figure out what to disable. I think it's going to be. I'm going to mute myself first, and then turn off the camera.
There you go. There you go. Quick shout out to my wife for getting me the set dirty water, and she's also making a slice of pizza for me too, because it's gonna be a while before we can eat.
Yeah, I just finished regular water, and I was actually just thinking, man, I'm actually getting hungry myself.
There you go.
As we said before, folks, I really want to give a big shout out to everybody that's behind the scenes right now helping out, because I don't think people realize how many people are putting in long days on these weekends, not just the casters, right? Because, so case in point, if you guys didn't know, people like Maltese Knight, who he casted the EU and then flipped right around and casted NA.
Yes.
He did it this weekend and last weekend as well. So he's pulling, I mean, I don't even know, 12, 13, 14 longer days doing that. And he's, obviously over there in Malta. So his time frame, his time of day is significantly later, especially right now. And then you got folks like Zath and Sea Raptor, who, I mean, you guys essentially, your weekends are gone, right? when you do these COTS weekends. So, and then beyond that, all the folks, the adjutants and the refs and everybody that set up the training rooms. So like case in point right now, Kitten Minia, who you guys have seen in chat, who's been running all the predictions while we do the casting here. I don't even know what time of day it is. I think it's after midnight where he's at right now. I'm pretty positive. It's 1 or 2 in the morning probably where he's at. And he's been running all the way through from when EU was doing their rounds. So just a big shout out to all those folks, man, to make all this happen. All for the glory.
Mm. Yep.
So,
Well-
so here's my question: is that a full mug of dirty water?
It is indeed a full mug. Yes, up to about there. Because
good
it has
lord.
to last it has to last for possibly 5 matches, right? 5 games. So, gonna take a bit of time. Gotta be ready for it.
And also, we talked about it earlier also, but it's Mother's Day, guys and gals. I hope y'all contacted your mother, or at least sent a card or flowers or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
No, you definitely want to do it, guys. This is my second Mother's Day without my mother, and I kind of wish I had more time to communicate with her. You never know until it's too late that you don't have you can't talk anymore. So seriously, as a favor for me, reach out to your mom and say hello if she's still around. If she's not, then just take a moment. You've got some time now, and just remember the times that you had with your mother.
Also a shout out to all of the King of the Sea widows this weekend and the past. Like my long-suffering wife, who tolerates my hobbies with a smile and a sigh and the look. But thank you.
Ah, the look.
The look.
The look that every man has to get.
All right,
at some
Zach, there you
point.
go. I joined you, buddy. There it is.
That's it?
That's it. Zach.
Wow,
Okay.
that was such a tone of judgment.
So, some of us are not high-functioning alcoholics.
Oh wow.
Thanks, Evan.
Touche, sir.
Now, what do you got there? The makers? The makers,
Yeah.
Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm running the
I
makers.
unfortunately have officially ran out of balcones.
Oh no.
Yeah, I ran out.
Sad
today,
face.
so, yeah.
Mine is, I've got the, I almost reached for the Garrison. Changed my mind.
Mm.
Went for the, this is Elijah Craig small batch.
Nice.
Good for cocktails. I like that one.
My chat reminding me that I owe them some flexing.
Oh, what?
That they're very serious about this. Oh my
Important
god.
things.
I
Important
owe
things.
them
All right,
7
okay.
flexes.
Well, get to it,
It's
buddy.
gonna take a
I'll make sure-
while.
Turn the camera off. We don't want to see that. I guess the nice thing is with the long. I guess with the nice thing with the long sleeves, we can't really see how puny they are, right, Zath?
You know, his chat, they need to pull together and buy him a Popeye suit.
Pop. Oh, there's a good idea. That's a good idea.
already
I
got-
could-
He's already got the
saying.
hat. He's already got the
Yeah.
hat.
Speaking of which, do you like the hat?
I do like the hat.
It's
What's on
really,
the hat?
it's really nice. It's a Fabletics hat.
Oh, stop that! You can't do that here. Conway will come after you.
What do you mean I
Conway
can't?
will come after you.
I actually got this
Conway-
approved by Conway. I reached
Did
out.
you?
I reached out
Good
to
for
him
you.
because you know
Good
what?
for
I
you.
told him. I said I'm sponsored by Fabletics, and they're not asking for any special overlays or anything that interrupts with the King of the Sea
Just
stuff.
mention it every now and then, basically.
As long as I can mention it, I
They,
can
they
wear
just
the-
said, please just drop their name as many times as you can while you're talking.
It's reasonable to me. I don't see the problem.
Yeah.
So, oh, and look at this. Look at this. Boys.
Oh man! Now see this?
Look at that.
That is
Wolf.
that is a spouse, kids.
Ooh.
There
That
you
is
go.
service
There it is.
right there. Thank you, honey.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
She said, "Don't get
All
it
right.
on my tie."
All right, guys. Yes, that's good advice. All right, guys.
Very
Look,
good
we have a map
advice.
rotation. So why don't we take a look at that while we can start kind of talking about the third place game that we're actually about to see. You know, kind of hear warships. We can talk pizza and booze all day, but why don't we talk about warships for a few minutes?
That sounds good.
Crazy.
That sounds like a good idea.
I turned my camera
So-
off for a couple minutes so I can consume.
So we're down to the very, very, very last match of King of the Sea here on North America. This is the runners-up bracket. We determined our North American champions earlier. That's SCCC. The runners-up are BONKS. And now we are trying to determine who is going to be third and fourth place. And that is the purpose of the match that we are about to play. Ggwp versus 07. One of these teams, the winner of the match, will be the third place team. Will move on for the right to compete for cash next weekend. The loser of this match will remain the fourth place team here on NA and will win some fabulous prizes, but will not be playing in the international bracket next weekend. For the map rotation, they have chosen Northern Waters. North and Crash Zone Alpha for sure. If we need games 4 and 5, we'll be going to Warriors Path, potentially ending on everybody's favorite map, Zath.
Loop!
That's right, everyone's favorite map. Everybody loves Loop. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Our ship bans for this match. Did it come up? There it is. GGWP banning Nevsky, 07 banning Des Moines. So, 12-kilometer radar still available if they want to bring a Moskva and or a Stalingrad. We've seen how, I don't want to say ineffective Stalin is, because that's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
But literally, as soon as you can put 2 Des Moines in front of a Stalingrad, Stalingrad will burn to the ground. They just disappear. They just have been disappearing. So, I would be shocked to see a Stalingrad in this match. Not to say that we won't, but it would shock me a little bit because both these teams know how to deal with it.
Absolutely.
Sorry, making my notes here. To sit down and total up where our game count is after this King of the Seas out, I swear it's going to be over 250.
Mm-hmm. I think you'll be right.
And then our bans were Nevsky and DM. Okay. All right, here we go. Getting on to the end now.
Yep.
Need my drink. I do have to say, Happa, that is a nice hat tie combo for you. It works well.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get a vest to me in time because I intended to do the same material matching the hat to get a vest, but it was going to get here tomorrow. So what can you do? I had the shirt and tie already, and I was like, hey, look, these actually go pretty good together.
I am a vest guy. The only suit that I own that fits nicely is a beautiful 3-piece suit my wife bought me.
Perfect.
C'est magnifique, monsieur.
I will always advocate for a 3-piece.
I completely agree. I very commonly wear it without the jacket. I just wear the vest and the slack and the tie, and it just looks. I've worked for King of the Sea 8, I think.
Here's the question, though: do you flare it up, though?
What do you mean? Define flare it up.
Flare everywhere, all the pins.
Oh no, I did wear
like they do in Shenanigans.
No, I did wear one pin on my. I wore one just like this. I always wear the Kraken pin on the collar on whatever shirt that I'm wearing for finals day, whether it's a collared shirt, a tie, whatever. Kraken pin goes here. That's the only pin that I wear.
Mm-hmm.
We are good. All right, room is ready. 07 is all here and ready. GGWP is all here. They're jockeying, but I think we're going to be starting on this game in very, 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 very shortly. So that'll be good. Be very, very good. In a perfect world, this would only be a 3-game match.
Right.
It would be better for the health of my marriage for this to only be a 3-game match. No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. She's like me though, right? She's a little frustrated that the day is so long. Once upon a time, day 4 was the really long day, and then day 5 was generally not too atrociously bad.
Yeah.
This year, day 4 was crazy, and day 5 is actually going to be a little worse. Actually, no, day 5, we were 7.5 hours yesterday. So that was well after 9 before we finished.
Jeez.
I don't think it's going to be quite I hope. Inshallah, it won't be that bad tonight, right?
Yeah.
Zath, is your camera off? What's going on?
He's
I'm eating my
pizza.
pizza.
In his mouth.
Oh, all right. Well, we're dropping into the game. You can deal with that in a minute.
I see that.
Okay.